Paul Cruz speaking. Yeah, I told you I could solve that problem. You know where my office is, right? It's Spaces. I'll meet you there. I'm having my coffee right now. Alright, check it out, guys. I have an incredible topic for you that I believe is not being spoken enough about, being taught enough about, and being understood. And it's something that I've been working on for a while, and it's something that I do really good, but I haven't really taught it the way I should. So, it hit me hard the other day. I said, I'm not really teaching my students and clients this, or maybe I'm speaking about it, but I'm not really actively teaching them. So you know what? I learn every single day, and I'm always examining myself and examining what could I do better? What am I missing? What am I not sharing that could help my clients not only generate more sales, but become better salespeople, better entrepreneurs, business owners and things like that. So the topic I'm going to share with you is the follow-up call. Now, for me, it's an actual phone call. Those of you who know me know my business is on the phone, and I use social media as a tool to generate sales. But before we dig into the topic, do me a favor, guys. If you like this video, smash the like button. Before we dig deeper into the video, if you want to follow me, just hit the subscription button below. And also at the end of the video, if you think this video can help others, do me a favor, share the video with others. I appreciate that. Now, the follow-up call is the most important call, other than the initial call, that you need to make effectively. Because if you take it for granted, you're going to wind up chasing a lot of leads and people not calling you back, answering your phone calls, answering your text messages or your email messages. You ever been through that? Been there, done that, right? It sucks, right? But it's really our fault because we take the follow-up calls for granted. But here's what I will share with you. A high percent of all deals that are closed is done in the follow-up call. Through my strategy and the process I use, 70% of the sales usually happen in the follow-up call, depending on who the salesperson is or who's learning, right? And the initial call is about 30%. So here's the deal. The initial call, obviously, is the most valuable call, right? Because you can't get to a follow-up call unless you do an initial call, right? So what I teach my students and clients is this. There's a process that I use called the 5-5-5 strategy, which means get 5 qualified leads a day, 5 follow-up calls a day, and then 5 deals a week, which is 1 a day. Okay? Now, the only way that happens is if you understand and you manage your time in doing the follow-up call. Because here's what happens. In the initial call, you could be telling a good story. You could be all excited. But you really don't know if the prospect is really with you unless you ask for the order, you push for the order, or they give you the order, right? But let's just say they don't buy from you on the initial call. So how do you know if they're going to be there for the follow-up call? Unless you call them and do the follow-up, right? That's the problem. See, I know, and I make it an effort on the initial call whether I have a deal or not. And I know if I solidify that deal or not. There's certain things that I use or questions that I ask to give me the indicator, or this is a close or this is not a close. I won't share that with you right now because I just want to talk about mindset and why the follow call is important. So here's what happens. If you set up follow calls and they don't answer your call when you're supposed to, or they don't respond to your email, your follow-up email, or your follow-up text, are they really sold? Did they really buy into you? Do they really believe what you have to offer? Just think about it. Or did they really sell you on them more than you sold you to them? Think about it. Because what is the number one thing prospects want? They don't want to be sold, but they want to own, right? But before they take ownership of anything you're offering, they have to trust you, right? They have to believe you. They have to see that you're valuable. And they have to respect that you are the solution to whatever the problem they may have, right? So what are they really buying in essence? They're buying you. They're buying me. Because we're the commodity, if you want to think about it. So you got the greatest things in sliced bread. The greatest products in sliced bread. The greatest technology since the internet or anything like that. But if they don't believe you and they haven't bought into you, they are not going to buy. And they'll tell you what you want to hear so that they could get off the phone. This is what I specialize in. I know within a minute of a conversation on the opening call if I even have a chance at this prospect. And I make mistakes. I'm guilty of it. I should know better at times. And sometimes, I drop the ball and then I realize I did. Then I get back. So here's what happens. By not taking the right initial call and having the right mindset and understanding the process to the close. You see, a lot of people focus, they want to make sales. They want to generate sales. So they buy a lot of gimmicks, or they fall for a lot of gimmicks. They spend a lot of money and time and energy on advertising, on marketing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But a lot of people that I speak with, entrepreneurs and small business owners, don't like to do the selling. And that's a shame. Because you doing the selling is what makes it unique. You doing the selling will make it authentic and sincere and original. And people want that interaction. So whenever I do an email or I do a follow-up text message or anything like that, I have to leave value to them on the initial call. So when I send the text or the email, it has a lot more value because we, in essence, are building a relationship. So it's important that you understand that the follow-up call is probably more vital and more important that you're prepared for than the initial call. And I'm not saying you should not be prepared on the initial call. Matter of fact, you should be prepared on every call. It don't matter. Never take any phone call lightly or any initial contact lightly. For me, like I said, personally, I make phone calls. That's 95% of my business. On social media or otherwise, whether I'm networking, it doesn't matter. I follow up with people on the phone call because that's where I'm more effective. That's where I could give them the most value. That's where I could get them the most excited, engage them more effectively, tell them more effective and powerful storytelling to increase my value that generates me sales. That's important. So the follow-up call, guys, is very important. I'm going to do a follow-up video of this one, part 2, and I'm going to break down the steps you need and the strategies you need to use and the utilizing your time that you need to do to have a very effective and productive and result-oriented follow-up call. That's what I'm going to do in the next video. I just wanted to share the mindset with you, help you think about this, Because at the end of the day, it all starts with the mindset and then it follows with the attitude. Does that make sense? So listen, I want to thank you for your time. I hope this has been helpful. If it's been helpful, share your comment, share your thoughts, smash that like button, and also subscribe if you want to follow me just by hitting the subscription button below. And also share this video with others. If you believe that this can help other people, do me a favor, share it with others. I do appreciate that. Till we speak again, I say goodbye for now. And remember this, the follow-up call is very vital and important to generating and growing your sales. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.